I'm your host, Marsha Florence, with Just Ask Podcast Live. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for tuning in for your Thursday Learning Special. So today, ladies and gentlemen, we have a guest that we haven't seen in a long time, but the services have always been around, and we just need to get an update of what's going on in the world of Detroit Rescue Mission Ministries. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce you today to the president himself, Dr. Chad Audi. Good afternoon, Dr. Audi.
Good afternoon, Marsha. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being with us. Now, Dr. Audi, I had to tell people, you guys have been around a long time, but due to the pandemic, we wanted to find out some things about what's going on at Detroit Rescue Mission Ministries and yourself. So can we start off with a little bit of history about yourself and Detroit Rescue Mission Ministry?
Well, Detroit Rescue Mission Ministry started in February 14, back in 1909. So now we're a little bit over 113 years, providing services for the community. So Detroit Rescue Mission started as a small organization feeding the hungry on Randolph Street. And then it grew from there to become not only servicing the hungry on the streets and also bringing them in for prayers, but also we became a treatment center because we felt a lot of the people who are homeless, they're suffering some issues of drug addiction and alcoholic addiction. And then from there, we grew to become more of wraparound services. So we created, for a stable condition, a transitional housing program so people can stay more with us. And then this way we can help them recover where they are still with us and bringing them a lot of resources. So we kept adding program. Then we went into the job training program and the job placement program. And then we grew to help the women and children who are in treatment. So we were with the first organization who actually bring a woman who have substance abuse and then allow her to stay with us with her children, because that was a real turn away for women not to admit to their addiction because they don't want to lose the custody of their children. So we created that program where they can come in. We take care of the children. We put them into prevention intervention program. We let them go to school while the mother is taking care of her addiction with us and then hopefully gaining back her life. So therefore, we had to add a lot of component into the program. So as we started in Detroit, and then we moved a little bit to Highland Park as well, because that was the surrounding area. And then we start growing from there. So today, Detroit Rescue Mission is in approximately 19 different locations within 5 counties. Mm-hmm. So we're in Wayne, we're in St. Clair. Recently in St. Clair, like 2 years ago, there was a shelter closing down for women and children. We decided to take it over in Port Huron. And then in Roseville, in Macomb, we said, okay, there is a need for food. So we're doing food services, meaning food boxes, especially seniors and to all families. Then we went to Gregory, Michigan, where we are operating the Detroit Public School Birch Hurley Camp for camping services. We have our own camp also in Howell, Michigan. So we take the inner city kids there to enjoy 1 week at a time in the summer for the youth and leadership training. So we are now a big organization who provide a variety of services. For sure, like I said, it started with the just feeding the hungry and pray with them. And then we continue to do everything that need to stabilize the person. Because we really don't believe in patching the problem, but we really want to go into fixing the problem. And that's why we provided all those services. So today,
you guys did a great job. True.
So today, the organization grew from one location, like I said, to all those locations. And also we have about, I'm going to say a little over 300 full-time employees, about 12,000 volunteers. We provide services every day to almost 2,000 people throughout all our facilities.
Now, I want to go back to, we had a photo of I believe this is the first building. So can you see that photo there?
Yes.
Yeah, I see that building says Detroit City Rescue Mission. So is that one of the very first centers?
Yes. When Detroit Rescue Mission started at the beginning, it was called Detroit City Rescue Mission.
Mm-hmm.
And that stayed like this till 1963.
Okay.
And in 1963, we changed the name to Detroit Rescue Mission Ministries because we wanted to emphasize the fact that God is first. And then this is why we added the ministry portion of it.
So, Dr. Audi, let me ask you this. Now, we know that you have I can't say how many degrees you have, but you have several. Why did you choose a nonprofit as your line of business instead of going into academics or politics or something like that?
To be honest with you, at the beginning, I never thought of working for a nonprofit or being in the nonprofit world. Back in 1997, I was between jobs, and then this is when I got a call. So I was actually had a job waiting to start, and then a friend of mine called me to say, "Hey, can you help this rescue mission?" Which I never knew anything about them, what they do, and what they care for. And he said they're getting ready for an audit, and my background was in finance. Can you help them? I said, yeah. So I came down to volunteer with them. Uh, and I was young. I was like 27 years old and not even. And then I started working with them and I didn't know what they stand for. And me personally, I wasn't that kind of guy that, I know those words
You
can
don't,
be
you
abused against me.
don't, you don't have to be so humble, but
Right. At the beginning, I used to think that a person who have drug addiction, this is a problem that they got themselves into. A homeless guy is a guy who doesn't want to work. That was my perception. So when I see a homeless guy, I'll give him a few dollars and I keep going. That's the extent of it. But later, when I came in here and what really made me start working is a testimony of a lady who was a special education teacher, and she was graduating at that day. She had a master's degree working in public schools here in Michigan, and she was talking about her journey of recovery. And then, if she tells her story to a stone, she will make him cry. So definitely, we were all in tears, and she was walking us through the process, what she's been through and how her life trickled down after she got introduced to the drugs, and then how many places she went to until she got to the Detroit Rescue Mission Ministries. And then that day, she was celebrating being 1 year sober after 30 years of being in addiction. So, and that it's really struck me to see a person educated with a special education degree, with a master's degree, had a long career helping kids, working with a special education, and then yet her life was turned around to do everything she wanted to do to survive or to feed into her addiction, lost her self-esteem, done everything. And then yet this organization was able to let her regain back her life. This is, it really made me start asking the questions.
Mhm.
And then I started thinking that I will do a few things, and then later I go on, and I just love it. I love it. There's no job in the world will give you the satisfaction that this job will give you. I mean, how many jobs out there will give you the opportunity to draw a smile on a hopeless person?
Okay.
And that's what we do every day. We give hope. We make sure that people are smiling again.
So
We
let me ask you this.
encourage.
So how are you guys surviving through the pandemic? I mean, have you had to close any doors or are you opening more doors? What's going on with you that, the pandemic is present and a lot has happened over a year's time. How has this pandemic affected the services?
Now I'm gonna brag about myself and not be humble. So the key is the knowledge that you get ahead of time will and you apply it, you save lives. So when we early in February we knew what was going on through our relationship with the health department down in Washington D.C. And we knew that this pandemic is serious and it's coming, and we asked a lot of questions. So by late February, first day of March, we at Detroit Rescue Mission Ministries started. We went and bought all the PPE where they were at that time still in the stores. We went and bought them. We equipped our staff and our sites with everything we could. and then we start preparing for the worst. By what I say with that is, we figured that if it's going to be a bad pandemic like they're describing, we might want to do social distance. And then because we want to continue to provide the service to the same people without not helping and letting people go, we had to open new buildings. And then, so in early March, we started preparing two buildings to be ready in case we want to separate people. And that worked great.
Okay.
So technically, throughout the pandemic, we opened more sites. We increased the number of the people that we were serving, and we did not close anything. Actually, our
Great.
programs were bigger than
That's
before the
great.
pandemic.
Great. Now we have one of your flyers here. So want to bring up the flyer because I wanted to ask you a couple of questions. So now there's your handsome picture on there. So now someone wanted some information about Detroit Rescue Mission Ministries. Is this flyer in the mail? Can they get this in the mail, or how can one?
People can go to our website at drmm.org, and then they will see all the variety of services that we provide. And then for sure, our phone number.
Yeah, I'm sorry. We got an inside shot. Let's see, that's the outside. So where's our inside shot? Okay, that's the inside shot of the, okay. And on the inside with lovely pictures, is this gives a chance to tell the different various services that you guys provide and the locations.
That is correct. So what you see down in the picture, you see people are graduating. So this is actually our graduation ceremony, because we celebrate with people their achievement, and then we do like college celebration every year, and we usually get about 300 to 400 people that they're restarting their life. And this is a great program that we do. On the top, you see a program where we do counseling for substance abuse, and then we have it in different locations, one for men, one for women, women and children. And then beneath that, you see the service that we provide in Macomb County, where we have food delivery boxes, and then people also can come in and get their food boxes as well. And the picture down in the bottom, this is two programs together. One is our warehouse, which is provide services to people who are in need when they move into their homes. They need furnitures, they need clothing, they need anything. We provide that, as well as every year we do sponsor a family for Christmas. We start in July, so we sponsor. So every year we do about, on average, about 1,600 to 2,000 family that we will get everything they need. And then on the top, you would see our camping services. This is where we take the kids to every summer, 1 week at a time. We teach them leadership training, and then they will enjoy the services. And underneath that, you would see our housing program, which is provided to all the people who are homeless and they need to get back on their feet. After that, we do our spiritual services, and this is where we pride ourselves of our spiritual services, because the difference is we bring God into the picture, and then we make sure that people have a higher authority that they look up to continue to be sober, or knowing that they can talk to someone who will help them. And the bottom one is about our food distribution and turkey and Thanksgiving dinners and Thanksgiving stuff that we give into the community, where we go to homes and then give food boxes, especially to the seniors. And then this is another opportunity where we get youth engaged, so they can go and see the homeless and try to help with them and everything. So that's part of everything that we do.
That's part. Okay, that's historical. Okay, you said part, that sounds historical. So let me ask you now. I hear you say volunteers. So are you guys still taking volunteers? You know,
throughout the pandemic, we don't bring people in, but we are planning on restarting. Right now, we have few volunteers who come in if there is a scatter site outside, and they do some type of painting or whatever, but we don't do yet an interaction with the people who we serve.
Okay, so now I heard you say that in July, you guys actually start to take the applications for the family. Is it Christmas or Thanksgiving, or is it all the holiday event?
No, we do it for Christmas. Yes. So what we do, we take the application of the family. They will tell us what their need list and their wish list is. They will give us the gender and the size of, the gender and the age of their children. And then we will match them with a family who would sponsor them, and they will buy them all their gifts. And the like 2 or 3 days before Christmas, we will do a big party and we will give them their gifts.
Beautiful. So now,
Yeah.
if someone wants to be involved with that, do they call what number?
Yeah, they will call the 313-993-4700 and inquire about our Christmas adoption program.
Christmas adoption program. Okay, that's wonderful. Christmas adoption. Now, you know, somebody watching the show today is going to,
Yeah, that's
call.
fine.
I just want you to know, okay,
No
this is real, people. So if you do decide you want to check into that program, definitely call that number that you see below the screen, 313-993-4700. Okay. Now, is there any programs in particular for the seniors? If seniors need to reach out to you guys, is there something that the seniors can call that same number for?
Yes. For the seniors, we do have a program. We do it over at our facility in Highland Park on Woodward Avenue, where they can come in. We feed them. It's kind of small daycare services. They meet, they talk to each other, they play chess. There's somebody who will talk to them. And then for sure, if we know of any seniors at their homes and they need help, like they need food, they need anything they need, they can call us, and then we try to help them as much as we can.
Okay. Okay. Well, you know, it sounds like you guys never stop. So the consistency of your services, I'm sure, in the community is really appreciated, really, because a lot of times people are thinking that they can't get help, you know, at home, or some of the places that they go to are shut down due to the pandemic. But you guys are still running full speed ahead.
Yeah, we are, and then in the same time, we like to help people when they are at their homes. We really don't want to let them lose their homes and then become homeless. It's good if we can help them prevent the loss of their home and stay in their home, and also us doing a wellness check on them. Why not? And I think that's much better than having the person leaving their home, leaving all their memories, leaving their own stuff, and then come to a shelter where we treat them good, but nothing is better than home. Even the homeless, when we help them, we want to give them a home after that. Mm-hmm. So if you are in the home, we really don't want you to go into the homeless. So that's why we try as much as we can to stabilize the situation when they're still at home before they come to our shelters,
now,
or anybody's shelters.
Are you guys in partnership with any other agencies?
We work with many agencies. We collaborate with a lot of organizations, and we collaborate with the city of Detroit, and we collaborate with Wayne County. So we have a lot of partners that we work with, but we're hands-on. So we are the foot on the ground. Okay. We are all the feet on the ground. We are the one who do that, but we do have a lot of partners that we work with.
Okay, wonderful. You know, so Dr. Audi, you know, it's been a long time since I had a chance to communicate with you, and I was glad to have ran into you at an event with Detroit Recovery Project, Andre Johnson's group, and I know that you guys are close in the services. So now, is that a collaborative effort that both of you guys work in the same types of program, which is recovery?
We do work together. The truth of the fact that Detroit Recovery Project, for sure, it had a big visionary behind it, which is Andre Johnson and the late Dr. Trent. But it started in the wounds of Detroit Rescue Mission, because when they started and they gave me the vision, we gave them a house to start the recovery project under the roof of the Detroit Rescue Mission Ministries. We let them start their first site at the Detroit Rescue Mission for free. And all what they had to do is provide services. And that's because we believe in what they're doing, and it's complementary to what we do. So, and this is the type of relationship and partnership that we have with such an organization. So they actually started within the Detroit Rescue Mission, and we gave them another site under the Detroit Rescue Mission Ministries. Mm-hmm. We supported them until they became very solid. They can stand on their feet. And then we said, now you're a partner organization again, and we partnered with them since then. I think they've been in existence for a little over 15 years. And then we and them, we work every day together. A lot of people, they come from our program, they end up in their program. If somebody in their program needs our services, they come. So we're complementary to each other. We work together, and it shows a very great support system between the two organizations geared toward stabilization and helping the individual. So we don't look in who's doing what. It's more how can we better serve the people who come through our doors.
That's great. That is
Yes.
really great, right? Because, you know, at the same time that the pandemic's in place, substance abuse, you know, problems or situations are still, you know, taking place. Homeless situations are still taking place. The food pantries, everything that's going on now is really in support to make sure that a person stays whole and that a person doesn't feel abandoned. And so, you know, with the pandemic, we also noticed that a lot of the organizations are assisting in the treatment, as far as getting the shots and everything. So are you guys working along with anyone in particular and making sure that your, you know, customers or consumers are getting their shots or know where to?
We have two partnership. One is with the City of Detroit Health Department. They come to our sites and they administer the shots, a COVID shot to everybody, as well as flu shot, as well as hepatitis shots. So we make sure that people are having it. And also we have a sister organization. It's called Say Detroit, that is founded by Mitch Album and myself. And also they have a health clinic where also they provide COVID testing as well as administering the shots. And they are located in one of our facility in Highland Park. So we do have two different ways, and we partner with the county as well. If somebody needs, we help them. And then talking about this for sure, because we're now asking, we were first wave of people who got their shots, and the people that we are served got their shots as well from the beginning. And we did everything we can. I mean, I was from the first people to go get a shot in front of the people that we serve to encourage them that, hey, you know, I'm taking the shot, because there was a lot of hesitation. Is this a trial stuff? What are they injecting in they're trying to check on us and everything. So we felt let's start with us first to show them that if I'm willing to take it, I mean, I really believe in it. You should be able to take it as well. So it's not like go take and see what happened with you and then no, I'll take it first and then you take it second. And we motivated a lot of our people, whether staff or the people who are being served by our organization, to take the shot. So we proudly can say almost 80% of our staff and our client are vaccinated.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's really great.
Yeah.
Okay. But if someone is in need of a vaccination,
they just can call us. We'll make sure that they will get it quickly.
okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you see the number below. Please feel free to contact Detroit Rescue Mission Ministries for any of their services that Dr. Chad Audi listed today. And you can always give us a call here at Just Ask Talk Show, 1-800-323-5336. 1-800-323-5336. And if you don't reach out to Detroit Rescue Mission Ministries, give us a call and we'll forward the question over to them to make sure that your question is answered. So, you know, Dr. Adi, I hate to stop talking because you was on a roll.
Yeah, no problem.
I mean, you know what? I appreciate you today because a lot of people think that these agencies are shortcoming because, okay, well, the pandemic, they're not open, they're not doing this, and you guys are still running full speed ahead.
I mean, we are running full speed ahead, and we will continue to run full speed ahead. But we had to also let people know that we were not doing everything like we used to do before. So there was a reduction of sometimes the services inside. For example, on the treatment side at the beginning, we couldn't do groups anymore. I mean, right now it's better, but we can't do groups. So what we've done, we only had to feed people, we had to shelter people, we had to provide them with a safe environment. And we will continue to do this. The pandemic we know that there is a lot of issue. No one is talking about it right now, and we would have to deal with it in the future. For example, there is more people who have depression and who have drugs abuse than before. And that's because they couldn't go out and they're staying home. There is more issues with domestic violence. And a lot of people, they used to come to us because they're escaping from situations being with their husband and their wife a lot. So it created a lot of depressions, created a lot of domestic violence, created a lot of people escaping from their issues into drugs and alcohol. Throughout the pandemic, everybody's busy with the pandemic and no one is paying attention to the underlying stuff that there start coming up. So we think we need, or we have been preparing ourselves to deal with the rising issue that no one is talking about it right now. And then we had to make sure that we are doing everything we can to create a solid foundation so we can meet the challenges that is going to be coming in. And therefore, like we at our level, we're training our staff better. I mean, we took the opportunity for them to go, even though you can't go to class, but you can do things online. Mm-hmm. So we're training our staff better. We're working with them more to make sure that they are ready for the new challenge.
Okay. Well, I want you to give out that number again, your email for contact. So if anyone's interested in coming your way for services, what's that phone number?
It's 313-993-4700. And our website is drmm.org. People can email us at info@drmm.org.
Okay. Well, Dr. Chan, I mean, I hate to cut it short because I can tell you this, some people are going to be giving you guys a call, and we'd like to ask you that, will you come back again and join us?
We definitely would. You're a great host, and we love your show, and we think your service is great for the community. You're giving them a lot of information, and you're being a good leader to them to know when they need something, where to go. So we would love to be with you at any time.
Thank you, Dr. Ali. Don't make
My
me
pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you know, you had to have your Thursday food for thought, and Detroit Rescue Mission Ministries was our show for the day. Please feel free to go to our website, justastalkshow.org, or definitely look for this show and many more on our Facebook account, or you can go to PBS channel 56 every Wednesday morning at 5:30 a.m. and Fridays at 2:30 p.m. and catch these same shows if you miss them on Facebook or YouTube. Not a problem. I'm your host, Marsha Florence for Just Ask, and what do I always say? If you know a person with a disability or if you just have a general question, don't be afraid to ask, just ask. I'm your host. Thank you. See you next time.